but for some reason, people tend to rub me the wrong way. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here or like it then, I'm Steph and this is my YouTube channel. Today I thought we would talk about something funny and just like not serious and just like relatable. Talk about the best and worst traits of the zodiac signs. I follow so many accounts on Instagram that do like memes and stuff of like the zodiac signs, and like I relate so heavily to them. Like somewhere around here, some of my favorites, because like they're hilarious. But just within this past year, like 2018, I've really gotten into like astrology and like birth charts, and like I've gotten like a lot of my friends into it as well, which is like so funny. Like I'm like reading, I always like read all their birth charts and I'm like, well, this is why like you're like this. So I figured we can spill the tea on everyone's zodiac sign, drag them through the mud, and also compliment them at the same time. We're gonna just get into this gig, guys. Okay, so this is in no particular order. Let's start with Pisces. Pisces people, I find, are so like chill. They're so laid back. Just like their personal side, they're just really in tune with what they feel, which is harder for like a lot of other signs to do. So I definitely think that that's like one of their biggest strengths. And like every Pisces that I've met, like they give like really good advice. They're so nice. They're so nice. Sometimes they can probably take things too personally and like get like too emotional about things.
You know what I do see for you? An emotional roller coaster of a life experience, you crybaby bitch. Just kidding. Yeah.
Like even though it is one of their strengths, they get like really emotional about things, and sometimes the situation doesn't really like merit it. Okay, let's talk about Capricorns. I love Capricorns because they are the most self-disciplined people that I've ever known. They are like really cheap people. Like every Capricorn that I've met personally is like really cheap. Like they don't chip in money for anything, not even for like an Uber ride.
Honey, but I'm not going to spend all the money on one party.
Honey, I love you, but if you call our wedding a party one more time, you may not get invited.
It's like a good thing because they like know how to save their money and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like they're too good at that, and they can like sometimes appear like they're really, really cheap. Sagittarius people. Actually, one of my best friends is a Sagittarius, and she's like the funnest person. Are like so much fun. They're really talkative, really outgoing. Like they're like a ball of personality. And I love them for that. What I mostly love about Sagittarius people is that they love to try new things. Like they're down for anything. Push people out of their comfort zones. So like for other signs who are like a little bit more like reserved, I definitely think Sagittarius energy is super, super good to be around because it really like pushes you out of whatever box you're in. Sagittarius, just like most fire signs, are very, very hot-headed. And I find that with Sagittarius people in particular, they can be drama queens. Sometimes they make drama out of things that don't necessarily need to be dramatic. I think that they tend to overthink things sometimes and then turn it into a problem when it really wasn't a problem to begin with. But that's just something that like they personally need to work on. But overall, like I love a good Sagittarius energy, me being an air sign. Fire signs and air signs go really well together. So like I love Sagittarius people. I'm very drawn to them. Talk about Aquarius, one of my air sign girls. It's so funny because usually people with your same sign you should definitely click with and get along with. But for some reason, Aquarius people tend to rub me the wrong way.
You know what they say about Aquariuses? No one likes them.
They're very original people. They're very like, they know who they are and they don't change for other people. They have some kind of like humanitarianism thing in them, which is super admirable. They really have their values set really well. Because they're one of the air signs, they can be really inconsistent. Sometimes they like are super flaky with plans. Like it's really hard to tie down an Aquarius person to do something and hang out. It's hard to rely on an Aquarius to like go make plans and like actually go and like commit to them. So they're just like not very good with like commitment type things. But that being said, they're like super open-minded people, like people who like will accept of others very openly and honestly and genuinely. And that is something that I really do love about Aquarius people. Virgos, so the most organized of the signs I personally have experienced. They are super intelligent people, the ones who keep to-do lists, the ones who plan things out. If you are in a friend group, usually the Virgo is going to be the one that is going to be planning all the outings, all the parties, all the birthdays, everything. They really take control in that department. A negative about Virgos and something that I've experienced very often with Virgos is that they are very critical of themselves, but especially of others.
Lemon, what tragedy happened in your life that you insist upon punishing yourself with all this mediocrity?
And sometimes that can be really exhausting because you're around a Virgo person and all they do is like judge other people. I mean, that's not all they do. And sometimes I think Virgos need to let go of that controlling part of themselves and like learn to be wrong. You know, every once in a while. I think that'd be cool if you guys could do that. Okay, Aries people, another fire sign. I genuinely vibe really well with Aries people. Actually, Libra and Aries are really good matches together. They make really good friends and really good relationships. They're so passionate about what they believe in, which is so nice to see someone care so much. They're just really determined people. That being said, Aries people have issues with seeing other people's sides of things because they're so fiery and so passionate. They believe only what they see, and sometimes that can cause people to clash a lot. They're kind of just like black and white about a lot of things, and that can be hard to be around as well. But Aries people are so much fun. Like, Aries people are so funny. Like, they're one of the funniest signs to me personally. They just like know how to make people laugh, and that's always a good time. One of my favorite signs, Cancers. Literally, Cancers, I don't know what it is about Cancers, but I'm obsessed with them. Some of the nicest, most kindest people, warm-hearted, heart of gold people that you will ever know are Cancers. Like, when they care about somebody, they're super loyal. They're genuinely interested in what's going on in your life. Cancers are definitely one of my favorite signs to be around, and I've been drawn to a lot of Cancer people in my life. Cancer guys for some reason, and also Cancer girls are so beautiful and amazing, and like they're genuinely just like nurturing type people, which I love. That's what I love about Cancers, is how nurturing they are. Sometimes they can be really pessimistic, like they can really expect the worst out of certain situations, which kind of brings the vibes down. Sometimes they can be glass half empty type people, but I think Cancers make like the best of friends, and just like they're such sweet souls. Like, when I think of Cancers, I just think of like sweethearts. Next up is Taurus, and actually out of all the signs, Taurus is the sign that I have had the least experience with. For some reason, not that I don't get along with them, it's just that I don't have a bunch of Taurus people in my life or around me. That being said, Taurus people are like some of the most reliable people. Like, when they say they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna be there, and they're gonna be on time. And I love that about Taurus people, because there's a bunch of signs you can't really rely on. So Taurus people, you know, will always have your back and are like ride or die people, which I love. They're also like super like not adaptable. Like, if you want to change up on them or like do something different, they're very slow to make changes. So sometimes that can stunt their growth a little bit, cause people to grow apart, because one person is changing and the other person is just staying the same. And sometimes that can be a little bit difficult in relationships. My lovely air sisters, Geminis. Y'all are fucking crazy, but like everybody knew that already. I actually really vibe with Geminis though. Geminis have like this magical, spiritual, like, when I think of Geminis, I just think of like this pixie fairy energy. They're very just like, they're there and then they're not. Like you see them one day and then the next day you don't see them kind of thing. And they're very just like elusive people, very spontaneous people. And they just keep, you know, they keep things fun. You can never trust a Gemini guy. Like, honestly, Gemini guys, I'm sorry if you're a Gemini guy, but it's just, no. No, no, no. Okay, my last air sign, my own sign, Libra ladies and gentlemen. Okay, obviously I'm a little bit biased because it's my sign.
And I'm a fucking Libra.
I'm also more critical because I know my sign a lot better than all the others. Libras are amazing at making people feel comfortable. Like, they're shapeshifters of sorts because they know how to talk to every different type of person. Very charismatic and charming in the way that they know how to speak to people in their language. I mean, not like their actual language, but the way that they like to be spoken to, their kind of like vibe. A really creative eye for things. They know how to like make things look beautiful, and it's also something very important to them since they're like ruled by Venus and like they're the beauty sign and all that kind of thing. So they're very good with like aesthetic things. They can come off as being really fake, and sometimes they just don't have the ability to stand up for themselves because they want to get along with everybody, they want to be likable, so they kind of can compromise themselves in that sense, and that's not good at all. One of the biggest things you always hear about Libras is they're super indecisive.
Because I make very bad decisions, and from now on you make all of my decisions for me.
And it's true because Libra's brains work so differently that they see everything, every possibility that could go right and could go wrong about a situation, and they need 10 people's opinions, and then when they like finally make the decision, it's like, oh, like such a relief. But I feel like it's more stressful for Libras than for people around them to like see that going on in their head. Also, Libras can hold a grudge. Once they finally decide that they don't like you anymore, they can hold a grudge against you for a very, very extended period of time. So yeah, don't fuck with us. All right, Scorpio babes. I love Scorpios. They are very intense people, but that's what I like about them. They're super passionate about the things that they love, and when they love something, they love something. So they're just like super passionate and intense about life in general, which is like such a good energy to be around. Scorpios, I find, can sometimes be really bitchy people. They're very like moody, I feel like. So it really, you have to catch them at the right time, the right place and situation. But Scorpios, honestly, like, if they love you, they're gonna love you till the end. Last but certainly not least are the Leos. This is also one of my favorite signs. Leos are I just think of the sun because they are ruled by the sun. They bring so much like excitement and joy into people's days, and they know that they do.
Because I am what? Sickening.
They really are like the life of the party. Like, people are just drawn to them, and I find myself really drawn to Leos. They have so much energy, and they're just going type of people, and that's super motivating to be around. I always feel super motivated when I'm around my Leos, so I love them for that. But Leos can also kind of be so into what they're doing that they're oblivious of other people. They're kind of known for being like a little bit self-centered. They can really just be so into their lives and everything that they kind of forget about the outside world outside of them. Y'all are still one of my favorite signs. All right, guys, so we spilled the tea on all the different zodiac signs. Hopefully this was insightful to some of you guys. Hopefully y'all can relate. If you guys can relate to some of these things, give this a thumbs up. I also want to know what's your best and worst experience with a different sign, whatever that may be. Comment that down below and spill the tea because I want to learn some more. If you guys want to see more astrology videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up so I know that. Obviously subscribe to this channel because honey, you're already here, you might as well subscribe. Follow me on Instagram just to keep up with me and my life, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much. Ciao. Mwah.